Hello, my name's Andrew Wright, and I'll be presenting the portion of the Human Factors and Ambulance Gurney Design project that relates to the handles, specifically the prototype and redesign recommendations. There were several factors we needed to consider in the handle redesign and prototype production. You see them listed here. The gurney we did it for, the Striker Power Pro XT, has several features in its use and design that we needed to consider. This is what it looks like at different angles. It has the lift button function, so it's to raise and lower it. And it has an extension at the headrest and again hydraulically controlled. Here we see the unit from the side in the raised position. Here's the operator with on the handlebar, and from that position the operator is able to use the controls by sort of reaching around with their thumb. Notice the hand position there. Different hand position using the controls here. There are two handlebars at each end, and they kind of wrap around, so the different angles of holds are possible. And that's for different height operators, and the unit itself, as you've already seen, can go up and down. Here's loading. Notice the arm position of the operator, hand position there. Here, different position again, in leading, pulling the gurney along. Another loading, different again. So because the gurney handle wraps around, it can be held in a number of different positions. Can be with the hand on the horizontal element. It can be palm down, pronated, palm up, supinated, or it can be held on the wraparound piece in what I would call a suitcase position, and then there are many other variations of those positions possible. Here's a really quite interesting research article, Ergonomics in the Rescue Service, Kluth and Strasser, 2005 German researchers. They compared three main makes of gurney, including the Striker of the day, compared them. They did both objective with EMG studies, different muscles, and they did a lot of subjective, and a lot of information there, but most relevant with the handles with the Striker. If you look, they have all kinds of kind of strange kind of striations on the handles, which the rescue personnel did not like. And the second thing you'll notice is that the wraparound handle here is cruder. The two heights are not as sophisticated. The button mechanism is not as nice on this one. There's a lot of evidence that the one we're using is already quite redesigned. The Ferner one was interesting. It had square handles, which tested better with EMG, but were less popular, the least popular subjective, but that warrants further testing to see about that. The most popular was the stolen work, and one of the reasons was this handle material, which is this kind of textured rubberized material, but it's smoother than the Striker one of the day, and the Striker one now has a fairly similar kind of material, so I think there's a lot to the question of the kind of rubberization. Handle testing considerations. So one of the main things we tested were handle diameter and material, and we went to Home Depot and selected three variants of round wood, 2 of square wood, 3 of round PVC. We inspected and used the wheelbarrow handle, rubberized, and also had access to a steel barbell, and of course the original rubberized Striker. Worth noting that it's probably we're going to test smaller and larger than an inch, but reason to believe the existing size might be pretty close, because it also matches the wheelbarrow and the steel barbell. So then the height really is not a consideration, because as was shown, there are already two, a higher and lower bar, and the gurney itself is easily raised and lowered with controls on the right hand side of both ends. The orientation depends whether the bar is held, handlebar is held at the sides or the ends. 3 basic hand placements: supination, pronation, and suitcase, with the palm facing in. and that will depend a lot on the action, pushing, pulling, steering, when adjusting height, lifting, and so on. The handle material, we have the different kinds tested. We really were not able to test rubberized, which I'll talk more about in a little bit, or other features on it. The environmental factors to consider would be mainly weather conditions, rain, also hot, heat, cold, and we did not have access to EMG, but that would be very important. And the original research article did one on the 3 on the shoulder, neck, and back. We like to focus on the hand and forearm, flexor digitorum longus, extensor digitorum longus, because it really seems that the hand use and placement is an area of the human factor for this design that could be further improved. Here you see the samples purchased at Home Depot. Here's an example of the knurled barbell. Here is the texturized rubberized finish on the wheelbarrow. Notice the sort of safety widened end tip. Handle redesign options. Finalize optimal diameter of handles. Integrate the button control and handle and investigate different relationships in their position to see what's optimal for use. Continue to investigate the different rubberized coating options, especially with regards to different part of the tasks, pushing, pulling, different hand positions, and different environmental conditions. There's a sort of a wish list of things that if we, given the knowledge we gained during the project, that we may have chosen to start at this place, or things that we just didn't have the budget or equipment or time to do. And that, the number one is the rubberized coating. Some real detailed EMG work for the different positions to see what really does work best and when, and different options around that. A lot of human factor knowledge is already stored in wheelbarrow use and research, and some of that may be able to be applied to gurney and stretcher handle use, and more interviews, more knowledge from different emergency personnel who use the stretcher, different geographic and different task situations. And now back over to my next team member for the rest of the presentation.